In an absolute bombshell, shocking news, Manny Pacquiao will face Errol Spence Jr. for the WBC and IBF welterweight championship of the world. Man, oh man, is this some surprising news? I had the video ready a while back and I put it on private. I got it ready to announce the Crawford versus Pacquiao fight. We're not getting Crawford versus Pacquiao. We're getting Spence versus Pacquiao. Look, I said in that video, because obviously I did not release the video to the public, but I said in that video that I believe that Errol Spence Jr. would be the much easier fight for Manny Pacquiao. Terrence Crawford is much more diverse. I heard another day a few people talking on Twitter saying that it's hard to envision seeing Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence. I got it the other way around. It's hard for me to envision Errol Spence beating Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is so much more diverse, so much more versatile. He has so many more ways of attacks. And he's quicker, more fluid. Errol Spence is very stiff and slow. He might have decent foot speed, but he has very slow feet. I think Manny Pacquiao definitely has a shot at getting the upset in this fight. I know he hasn't fought for 2 years now. The fight was going to take place, I believe, on August 21. August 21. So 3 months from now. That's more than enough time for both fighters to prepare. It's going to be 2 years and a month. This is Manny Pacquiao, last steps for in the ring. But don't forget, for an older guy, that's usually good. It means he can give his body a rest. He's going to be fresh when they come in. So I think Manny Pacquiao has more than a chance against Errol Spence. And I'll give obviously a detailed prediction in the coming weeks. But I'm very hyped for this fight. Much more hyped than Crawford versus Pacquiao, because I thought Crawford would just break down Pacquiao and stop him mid to late rounds. I was actually afraid for Pacquiao's health and well-being to fight Crawford, believe it or not. Because you've seen Crawford, man. I think Crawford's had 12 straight knockouts, going way back into 2017. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he stopped everyone. I think the last person to go with him the distance was Victor Postal. And he even dropped Victor Postal twice and dominated him over 12 rounds. And you've seen what Victor Postal did to Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor. So don't come at me with Victor Postal is overrated. Victor Postal ended the career of Luke and Martin Matisse. Never forget that. He ended the career of Matisse. And Terrence Crawford beat him 12-0 plus 2 knockdowns, man. He played with that boy. But this video is not about Terrence Crawford. It's about his two main rivals, Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence. Clearly, Manny Pacquiao ducked Terrence Crawford, but guess what? I advised him to duck Terrence Crawford. Errol Spence is a much, much more winnable fight because Manny Pacquiao is much, much quicker and more explosive than Errol Spence. Errol Spence, as I keep saying in my videos, there's a big difference in power. There's heavy power, and then there's explosive power. Errol Spence is heavy. Like, his power is heavy. It's not explosive. If you know what I mean. Like, he won't knock you out out of nowhere, out of left field. No, he'll break you down after 6 or 7 rounds. Like, he's kind of like Golovkin's power. He's not like Canelo's power, if you know what I mean. Like, in the middleweight division, we used to have Canelo with the explosive power, Golovkin with the thundering power. In the welterweight division, we got Crawford with the explosive power, and Spence with the thundering power. But I still think Manny Pacquiao has more than a chance to win this fight. I view this fight as 55-45 in Spence's favor, but I'll give a detailed breakdown and prediction as we get closer to the fight. Like and subscribe, of course. If you're interested in hearing breaking news about boxing, I cover all news about boxing. Like and subscribe, and Sadiq Boxing out.